Hey there, I'm Jason Smith, Master Sommelier with MGM Resorts. Today I wanted to offer you a couple serving tips for wine when you're hanging out at your house. So first off, let's start with temperature. It can make a big difference in what the flavor of that wine tastes like in your glass. Far too often we're drinking red wines too warm, grabbing them right off the countertop and starting to drink them then, and white wines far too cold, we're just taking them out of the refrigerator, or even worse, the ice bucket, and they're far too cold, you can't get all those flavors. So what happens is the colder the temperature is, that's starting to mask a lot of the flavors that you have in your wine. And when the wine gets too warm, like room temperature, think 72, 75 degrees, that's gonna get far too warm. It's gonna allow the alcohol to really jump at it. So what you wanna do before you serve the red wine, let that sit in your refrigerator for 10 to 15 minutes. For the white wine, do the reverse. Take it out of the refrigerator for 10 to 15 minutes before you serve it. Also keep in mind the lighter style that the wine is. Think white wines, Sauvignon Blanc, Pinot Grigio for instance, red wines, Pinot Noir. Those can be served a little bit colder than Chardonnay or Cabernet Sauvignon would be for their counterparts on the fuller bodied side of white and red. If you want to get really geeky, which is sometimes fun to do, actually taste the same wine at different temperatures. Or forget about everything I've said and just enjoy the wine that you're having. Also, some things that you can have at the house. So this here is a decanter. We use this for a couple different things. So you can pour a red wine into it. It's generally used for red, and it allows the wine to open up more. It's getting that exchange with oxygen, which causes the tannins to soften up, those things that really bite on the inside of your lips, and allows the fruit to open up a little bit more. Sometimes, and classically, you'd think about people just pulling the cork and they'd allow that to sit on the side and let it air up a little bit. But the oxygen interchange right there is very, very small. Once you pour it into a decanter, it's going to get a much more exchange of oxygen and it's going to happen quicker for you. You can also use a decanter for decanting off sediment from the wine. So you pour the wine in, waiting, and make sure you stop before the sediment comes into the decanter. That's another great use. For me, honestly, I could use it for a vase because I have more decanters than I have vases in the house. So, be creative on what you're using your things for. I have an array of glassware in front of me too here. So this one's pretty straightforward. It's champagne, but I would like to challenge you to actually drink more of your champagne out of a white wine or an all-purpose glass. So the difference of the amount of aromatics that you'll get from the two of these is pretty substantial. You can see the difference there between how much room there is for you to get your nose into it. And you'll get many more aromatics coming out of the white wine glass than you will the champagne. And granted, the champagne, the effervescence looks really pretty there, but the aroma that you'll be able to get out of the white wine glass will be much better. Now, two classic red wine glasses that we have, the Burgundy glass or Pinot Noir glass, more of the bulbous shape. We want to utilize this for those grape varieties like Pinot Noir and Grenache that are a little bit more aromatic in style. It allows those aromas to really be concentrated in there and jump out of the glass for you. And then you have classically your Bordeaux glass or a Cabernet Sauvignon glass. In our restaurants with MGM Resorts, we utilize these for most things, and the Burgundy glass for Burgundy and Pinot Noir, generally speaking. This glass, for those smarty pants out there, are probably going to say, that's a rocks glass, Jason. Well, that is a wine glass when you're in a pinch. I want to make sure you realize, don't get too serious with this. Make sure you keep it fun. Wine doesn't have to be something that's so kind of hoity-toity, nose stuck up in the air. Make sure you're enjoying it when you're drinking it at your house too. So thank you very much. I hope you're able to pick up a couple tips today. Can't wait to see you back in our properties. We really miss all of you. Make sure you're staying safe and have a great day.